Yes, ma'am.
I just want to put on record that as a citizen that has voted that position in, I have a difficulty with everything being in executive session, and we never know what's going on. So I have a problem with that.
Okay.
Just want to put it on the record.
Well,
I have a committee of people that are looking at some things, and we voted that position in as citizens. I think we have the right to know what's going on.
And I agree with her.
Rose, would you like to address that?
I'm happy to. The executive sessions, no action is taken in the executive sessions. It is just legal advice. And it's not legal. I work for the board, so I can only give legal advice to the Board of Commissioners and not to citizens. So that's the reason that the executive sessions are set up, so I can give them legal advice, and then whatever decisions they make comes out in the public, and then you all can discuss for them.
And I understand that, but there's a lot of information that has been behind the scenes that the citizens didn't know until this special meeting that happened, and a lot of things have happened since then. So I just wanted it on record that the citizens are asking. I'm just representing a group of people.
Could I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
In executive session, we take advice from our attorney.
I
We
get
have
that.
never made a decision or talked about this that hasn't been talked about in open session that I know of. And a lot of times, we have nobody in the audience. Nobody pays any attention to what our minutes are. So, yes, we have talked about it. And yes, Dunagan's been here many times, and we've had open meetings on it. So I just want to clarify that we do not make a decision behind closed doors in executive session. So, and if there's any questions that you have, we would be glad to share with you any minutes or any records that we have with you.
And they're all available on the county website, all
Yes.
meetings and special meeting minutes, prowerscounty.net.
I have looked at them.
Thank you.
And there is legal advice that we need from our
Yes.
county attorney.
I understand
Sorry,
that.
the agendas
Board
are.
needs to
The agendas are.
move forward with.
I understand that.
Before, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'd like to go on record to say that I'm a consultant, small business consultant, and I reviewed some of the information and found out that the information that Tommy had sent to his attorney was not being relayed to the county attorney, and the attorney was collecting money from both Tommy and the county, which is wrong in every which way. So I think some of this executive session will probably be largely involving that, from what I know, because I don't believe that is, I think they need that advice to see what to do. So that's the part I know about, but I just wanted to share with you that piece.
Well, and I think pretty much we're all aware of how that piece works. But when somebody comes before the commissioners and says, I would like this to be an executive session, it does lend a little bit of questions as to why.
That's the main reason.
Yeah, I mean, if you have things to say, then why would you not say them in front of whoever's there?
When the board is very careful to keep, and Rose advises, obviously, when this, during the executive sessions on this, they keep everything on topic in the executive session. They don't stray off topic into other concerns or issues. Everything is very focused on whatever the issue is at hand that requires legal advice. And then anything else is discussed outside of the executive session.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
But once you hire an attorney, are you no longer supposed to talk to that person? Aren't you supposed to deal with the attorney only?
Rose can answer that.
So this is multifaceted. I am the county attorney for the Board of Commissioners. I'm also, at the direction of the commissioners, the county attorney for all of the elected officials and department heads, unless there's a conflict, and then the commissioners authorize conflict counsel to be hired. So I communicate right now with the coroner about grant applications or contracts or anything related that I can without conflict. So we still talk. On this particular issue, there is, I have been attempting to communicate with an attorney that I believe may or may not be representing the coroner, but under the impression he was representing, I was trying to communicate with him on this specific matter. was dealing with that attorney up until today. And now I'm trying to get clarification as to whether that attorney is still here or not. If that attorney is not here, then I can deal with the coroner individually on this particular matter. But on other matters, I can still deal with him as county attorney. Do you still have a specific question? I feel like that didn't make sense.
It's making my head spin, but I just want to make sure that, everything is done right.
Likewise. to
You know
make
what I
sure-
mean?
No,
I don't want anything to come back and bite us in the rear end,
I likewise feel the same.
because it's kind of a unique situation, so to speak.
And there's a lot of this, like, nothing more than what you
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah. I just, it's, I hate to say this, but kind of like city council, everything's done behind closed doors and you never know what's happening until it's done. And it's like, well, we are the citizens of Lamar. We want to know what's going on. Why doesn't our vote count? It counted before when we voted, but now it doesn't count when something happens and we need to know what's going on. We kind of feel left out. Sure, there's things I'm sure we're not privy to, but for the most part, I think we should know what's going on.
And we'll bring that forward as we can. But at this point in time, we have to have legal advice on the issues moving forward to protect the county. Hopefully clarification is good. Okay?
And I can assure you that I will not ever make a decision in an executive session, that it will be an open meeting.
I just did my decisions to be made today between you guys because there shouldn't be. I just didn't want that to happen.
Well, with the circumstances that has happened, it's been explained to us, and he has asked for an executive session. It is our due diligence to put that executive session on. And with legal counsel and Tommy,